Noah was smart, talented, but completely lost in life. He had so much potential, yet he was going nowhere. He had dropped out of college without a plan. Most of his time was spent lying on the bed, watching meaningless content, laughing at things that didn't matter, slowly forgetting who he once dreamed of becoming. He stayed up all night doing nothing, and every morning it was the same. His mother would gently walk into his room. She'd place tea beside him and say softly, "Son, get up. Do something with your life." She never gave up, even when his eyes stayed shut or when he rolled over pretending not to hear. But Noah was frustrated. He'd sit up and snap, "Why do you always nag? I said I'll figure it out, stop worrying so much." But truthfully, he didn't know what he was doing. And deep down, neither did she. One morning, everything changed. There was no knock on his door. No voice calling his name. No breakfast waiting at the table. No warm tea in his hands. No familiar footsteps in the hallway. Just silence. At first, Noah thought maybe she was upset. He came home late that night, expecting her usual questions, but there were none. He expected her worried face, asking, "Why did you get so late?" But instead, silence answered the door. It wasn't just quiet, it was heavy. Like something was missing, and he felt it in his chest. Days passed, and still nothing changed. She would do her work, cook dinner, and say absolutely nothing to him. Noah couldn't take it anymore. 1 week later, he stood in front of her and broke down. "Why aren't you talking to me? Did I do something wrong?" She finally looked up. Her face was tired, not with anger but with years of helplessness. Her eyes glistened not from tears she shed, but from the ones she kept holding back. And then she said something Noah would never forget. "Because my words were holding you back. You never listened, not because you're bad, but because I never let you fall. I realized, Noah, if I keep saving you, you'll never save yourself." Noah didn't respond. He couldn't. That night, for the first time, he didn't touch his phone. He just lay in the dark, staring at the ceiling. And her words echoed, over and over, louder than any scream ever could. In that silence, something broke. But something also awakened. He looked in the mirror, and for the first time, he didn't see a victim. He didn't blame college. He didn't blame his friends. He didn't blame the world. He saw the truth. He was the reason for where he was. And maybe he could be the reason for something better. Next morning, Noah got up early. Without anyone waking him, he took a shower, dressed clean, sat with his laptop. He fixed his resume, Googled things he never cared to learn before. He started applying, every day, to every company, every opportunity. No one told him, no one pushed him. But this time, he was moving. Weeks passed. Some rejections hurt, but he didn't stop. He had already felt the worst pain, the silence of a mother who loved him too much to keep watching him waste away. 2 months later, he returned home, tired but hopeful. And in his hand was his first paycheck. He walked into the kitchen. His mother was cooking, as always. He looked at his mother, took the envelope from his pocket, and walked straight over, placing it gently in her hands. She looked at him, then at the envelope, and in her eyes was everything a mother ever hopes to feel: peace, pride, and quiet relief. My silence had finally worked. Noah said nothing. His mother was silent too, but between them, there was a feeling deeper than words. And that day, in that moment, Noah felt proud of himself. The boy who once never left his bed was now standing up for his own life. That was enough. This story reminds us, growth begins the day you stop blaming and start becoming. Not because someone told you to, but because you finally saw yourself, truly, and realized, you are not stuck. You're just not moving yet. The boy who never left the bed can one day stand tall, if he decides to. So don't wait for life to force you. Don't wait for silence to teach you. Look in the mirror and start now. Because no one can save you until you choose to save yourself.